chicken and the waffle separately, standard there, and some prefer to make it almost like a little sandwich. What I'll probably do, I have a knife and fork. They say it's like a Belgian waffle. And then Mrs. Butterworth's original syrup. What I will probably do, I will probably sample the chicken and the waffle, and then I'll try them together. And I think that's fair enough. Alright. Let's see. Let's have hope. Let's have hope that this is going to be good. Like I said, there shouldn't be any reason that this isn't. So, let's go in with optimism. Let's try it out. We'll do it component by component. In the end, the score is just going to be for how this all comes together quality-wise. The Chicken and Waffles 2025 edition from KFC. Let's hope for the best. It's going in. We're off to a good start so far, I'm happy to say. Nothing special about the chicken quality, but that's a good thing. It really is. It's greasy, it's oily, has a little bit of a crisp. You know, there is a slight dryness to it, but, you know, it's KFC, it's fast food, right? What would you expect at this point in time? So, you know, I could sort of, not going to necessarily forgive that, but it's not the worst offense ever or anything like that. You can definitely taste, you know, the black pepper seasoning and the secret herbs and spices and all of that. It's like a pretty standard chicken tender, though, from a place like KFC these days. Can't complain, really. Let's try out the waffle now. Still going to give it the benefit of the doubt. The waffle, though, is in urgent need of something, probably some syrup. So I'm going to pour some of that on. There we go. That's a very generous little helping of syrup right there. It's not as bad, nowhere near as bad so far. Next, what I'm going to do with a knife and fork now is get some chicken and waffle and try them together. It's not as bad as how it was a couple years ago, but am I necessarily impressed by it? I wouldn't say so. It's just low quality. That's the biggest issue that I have right now. Here's a good bite of both chicken and waffle. Try that out. You can dip it in some more. When I do these reviews, I review what I get. I review what's before me. Maybe it's just the locations in my area. Maybe they're all just cursed or something. But, you know, I review what I got, of course. I think that makes perfect sense. So, if people get better than this, that's understandable. But like I said, I review what I get. That's the only way you could even do these reviews. You know, it's simply... There's not even a single point in doing the review. I'm just going to sit there and then go from one to the next until I get a favorable outcome.